welcome back to Pink Cat Creations and our next project in the Inspirational Almanac series. So today we're gonna do something a little bit unique and whimsical. We're gonna try some specimen cards. These are such a fun addition to any junk journal because they add a little bit of scientific vintage charm and give you a spot to showcase special little items like dried flowers, feathers, or pressed leaves, things like that. So I'm going to walk you through each step so that you can create your own. Today we are going to do some vintage ones. I am actually in the process of making a nature journal, hence the reason why I chose to do this today. So the cards we are going to make will be vintage style, but you can obviously use the same process and create your own with your own, whatever theme it is that you want to go for. So I'm going to start off with some plain cardstock, plain white cardstock. I'm going to stain it with all of these inks. We're going to use some water and some stamps and things like that, just to create the background of the card. If you've got, some pre-printed cardstock that you'd like to use, that's also fine. But this is how I'm going to do it today. So I've got Tim Holtz Distress Oxides, I've got ground espresso, tea dye, vintage photo, and gathered twigs. Okay, so I'm just going to start by putting some of the ink onto the page. Whoops. Actually, this isn't so great. This one's better because it's got a little handle that I can grab onto. I'm just smudging it around. I'll use different colors. And I mean, you can put this all over the page if you like. Because I'm going for the vintage feel, I am going to make sure that the whole page is covered. Oops, wrong one. Use a bit of gathered twigs. I actually really like this one. Gives a nice depth. Color's great. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're just going to take our water. We've got in a spray bottle. Spray that. And then you can take a piece of tissue or paper towel and just dab that on. It should create some like water kind of droplets. See that? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm just going to dry this quickly. Okay. Right, so we've got our piece of card that is now got I don't know if you can see the pretty water speckles that have come out on the. Okay, so now we are going to cut this to size. Now, depending on what it is that you want to showcase in your specimen card. For today, I've got this little daisy. It's not real. This is just a little plasticky flower thing. This one is real. This is a real pressed flower. You can see this. So I'm going to do one circular and then I'll do one triangle. Okay, I'm actually probably going to need two of these, but I'll make a second one off camera. Okay, so I quickly did another one because I realized that I'm going to need two because I have got I need the back and the front, and I've got two little specimens that I want to make. Okay, so now we're just going to do a little bit of background stamping. I'm going to use Stays On Jet Black, and for this, I mean, you can use any stamps. I've just got a variety of different stamps here that would create different backgrounds. I've got a little, this is a script stamp, but this is like numbers, and then we've got some other funny things here. So I think I'm going to go in with this one. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna randomly stamp. I actually don't like that so much. Go in with this little square. And then I'm going to try this one too. Actually, this one I'm just going to do this one by hand. So if ever you don't want an exact print, then it's good to do it this way without the block. Just prints nice and random. Okay. Oh, now I've got to see which way this stamp is the right way up. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because there's, well, it will just now because I'm going to stamp some numbers. So, yeah, that's upside down. Okay. Oh, I forgot I've got two to do. Actually, I think this one without the block would also. Okay. Right. My flower. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to cut these out. Now, I don't have a big shot or a die cutting machine or anything, so I'm going to have to do it by hand, but if you've got that and you've got the correct, squares and circle cutout things, then great. Use that because it is easier, but I unfortunately do not. Okay, I must apologize, but my camera died, so I was merrily crafting away and to myself, talking to myself. Okay, so what I did was I cut out the back and the front for my little flower. I just used a circle punch, cut out a triangle, used a circles punch. I kept a bit of space at the top for my little specimen notes that I'm going to stick at the top. And now I am busy with the one for the little daisy. So I've kept it 1.5 centimeters on 3 sides, and then the top I've kept it 2 centimeters, so I've also got space for my little specimen card. Okay, so I'm doing this with a ruler and a craft knife, simply because I've got to go through 2 pieces of cardboard. I'm going through the front and the back piece, just so that they're nice, and they cut nice and square and even. It cuts nicely if you do them together, rather than trying to get the measurements right for one. And then you've got to try and match up the second one, and it doesn't always. Okay, there we go. And I did fold the cardboard over just to make it easier as well. Okay, right, so now we are going to ink them. I'm going to ink the edges with some vintage photo. So we have done that. Now we need to put our flowers onto the acetate. Where did I put it? Here we go. Now you can use like a plastic sleeve for this. You can use some people even use the baking paper, because baking paper you can see through. So you can do several different things. So now I'm just going to mark the acetate. Now I want the acetate to be a little bit smaller than the card that I've cut out, and I need a darker pen for this. Pencil, let's go mark that. Okay, now remember I need 2 for each, because I need a front and a back, because I need to sandwich the flower between the 2 sheets of acetate. Okay, and 2. Right, so this one is for the daisy. So I'm just going to get the daisy and stick that in. Actually, let me stick this one in first quickly. Again, you want to use a glue that is going to dry clear. Okay, so that is the first side that's stuck on. Now we can stick the flower onto there. Okay, this one dries clear. I'm literally just going to use a tiny little piece, because it is going to be sandwiched so between the acetate, so it shouldn't move or need a lot. Okay. Then we're going to take this one. Okay, so I've actually got enough glue oozing out to stick this down as well. Okay, and there we have it. So this glue will dry clear, and then you'll be able to see it from the other side. Won't look like a big blob. I actually put way too much glue on there. Anyway. And I stuck it upside down because I kept, okay, but it's fine. I can put the specimen card on the bottom. Let's just do this dried flower quickly. Okay, and then that's going to be glued down. Right, there we go. And then I've got these little specimen cards, or I've also got these. I don't like those. So we're going to use these ones. You could also handwrite, I mean, you could stick a tag, a number. You don't have to use specimen cards. I'm just using them because I am making a nature journal. So I thought it would be cute if I use these. I think this one might be too long for this. Oh no, just fits. There we go. Now you can write your little notes on there, or in this case I am just going to use my stamp. Oh, Laura Ann, stuck it upside down. Oh, I didn't test it first. Okay, never mind. It's only for the, I'll keep that one in the almanac journal then. Oh wait, sorry, our Inspiration Almanac. Okay, so now we're going to put them into our journal. Okay, so now I think what I want to do with these is use some vellum. I've got some coffee stained vellum, and I actually want to make like almost like a double corner pocket. And I want to use the vellum so that when they're in the pocket you can still see them. Let's do that. Do it like so. Firstly, I'm just going to tear it. Put it in like so. Just going to glue that side and that side. Okay, and then that one will slip in. Oh, like that. I want it more of an angle. Okay, and then we can put actually that one like so. so. Okay, let's put some glue here. I never like to put my pockets like completely down at the bottom of the page. I don't know why. This is something that I... And you could also make little tabs for these if you wanted to. Like so. And there we have it. 2 charming little specimen cards ready to add a little bit of curiosity to your journals. I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial. Be sure to subscribe for more projects in our Inspirational Almanac series. And please let me know in the comments what you'll be putting in your little specimen cards, or if you've got any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep creating and stay inspired.